Hello everybody and welcome back. It's Redundancy back again, also known as CR. And this live stream slash replay, depending how you see it and when you're in, it's time for creation mode plus some chit chat. Now I'm no expert in survivalism or preparedness, just one that uses the knowledge to create a better future today. So grab those tools, that multi-tool, those pliers, scissors, your cutting tool, and join CR in creation mode time. So while I'm waiting for a few people to drop in here, let me welcome Valerie into the room here. Thanks, Val, for dropping in. I appreciate it, of course. So it's time to whip out my intro here. And of course, hi from CR. Woo! Maple Leaf. Woo! And some random feather that I have. Oh, by the way, this is a seagull feather. Or, I think it's a seagull feather. Oh, anyways, it's a common bird feather. Just died. Let me just move this to the side here. Alright, I'll just put that right there. Put that to the side here. Let me bring up the chat back up. Yo, it's Corey Survival in the house. Let me welcome him with a big hi. Oh, wait. I gotta make it special. Woo! Put the spotlight on him. What's up, Corey Survival? Just kidding. Yeah, I'm doing alright, Corey. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. So creation mode. Yep. So no time like the present to start the creation mode process here. Let me have a quick sip of coffee here. Creation mode's always better with coffee. Yes, I actually do have a coffee in front of me. It's right there. Coffee. So, I'm gonna start off with a whistle. Here's a whistle that I recently got. It's a little bit longer than the one I usually everyday carry. And I just kind of sanded down the letters off, the words off. I'm gonna customize this a little bit more. Of course, I could take some more sandpaper and kind of sand it down more. I could do that later. Actually, I'll just do something right now. I probably should remove that part of it. So what I'm going to do here, and yes, of course, it's not a blue loud, but it's a whistle. I'm going to make a lanyard for this right now and see if I can add some functionality to that. So it's more than just a whistle, let's just say. So let me bring up the side chat right here real quick. So let me welcome some more people into the room here, including Kira and Puppy Breath and Nathaniel's Adventure. So let me welcome all of them. All three of them with a special hi from CR here. And a Maple Leaf. Just because I can. Of course, I gotta put you guys' names up on the screen. This is pretty cool. Alright, let's see what's up. Yes, and Puppy Breath, I got my coffee. Coffee. Yeah, I know, right? Creation mode's always better way of coffee in my system. Or at least I can think better. So anyways. This whistle here. But now, I've been thinking, I'm like, This actually came with like a key ring, which is right here. Here's the key ring it came with. I'm gonna change it out. Now I don't know if it's possible. When I've been thinking with this key ring right here, I was just like, you see how this spins. I'm like, I wonder if this part of it right here, that's spinning. I wonder if I could use it as a swivel for fishing. Even though I got swivels, but something I might consider. No, the other part of the actual keyring part, I'm actually gonna use it. Yeah, actually I'm gonna use it. Part I'm taking off, I'm gonna use it or try it for something else. Because I don't really need my whistle here to be able to spin around. Well, not really, anyways. Put the keyring right there. Oh, bring the whistle back into frame right here. And I'm gonna get some cordage to use. Now, I was thinking, what should I use for this as the cordage? Well, when I'm thinking about what cordage to use, maybe I'll use something that I just received, but what I'm going to do here is change this up and personalize this whistle a little bit. So, I'm going to grab something right here. Reflective tape. And more reflective material. And more random reflective material. So I'll try this piece out first. Oops. Probably not drop anything. So I've shown this before. I have a whole bunch of this stuff. Well, obviously you can tell it's curved. It's actually used for if you go biking or whatever. I like literally, not even joking you, I literally have a whole bunch of it. That's like 9 cheats right there. So I got plenty to spare. So I'm gonna add some in. Let's see here. Just kind of thinking. Just so it stands out a little bit more. Let's see. Red, I don't know. Now I think I'll settle with the yellow instead this time. It's brighter and it'll stand out. So regardless of the time of year, if it's fall, the blue will stand out. Every other time of the year, the yellow reflector will stand out much more. So I'm gonna put this on. You know, the hardest part at times with these stickers is trying to find that tip so you can pull it away. Ugh, come on. Come on. The struggle's real. I'm not trying to Oh, whatever. I'll just use a piece off this. It'll be easier for me. So I'm just gonna use about half of one strip here. Let me get my scissors here. Cut off about half of it. Half a strip. Right about there. Let's see if this will work. I might have to change this out. Now I'm thinking one of two things. If I wrap it, it might undo itself, but if I lay it flat, it might be a little bit better. So I'm gonna cut a little piece here. Let's try about that much. And put this on here. I'm gonna try this first. So this would be the top of the whistle right here, I guess. Although it doesn't really matter when you're blowing this, but so I'm gonna put this on along the back. Right about there. I'm gonna have actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut this in half lengthwise. Try this out. I'm trying this out. I've never added these onto a whistle or anything round or curve or spherical cylinder. Yeah. Anyways, let me just bring out the, I guess, alt tab into this chat right here. See what's up with you guys. Hello, and let me welcome Dromar, Valley, and Tigerkin. Hi, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to drop in. I appreciate the channel support, and well, you guys taking your time to check out what I'm doing here. Of course, I gotta welcome you guys with big hello and welcome on the screen. So anyways, coming back to this whistle here. So I got a reflector right there on this whistle. Taking there part of it. Let's see here. Not sure how well this will work. I do have other things I could use instead of this stuff, but I'm gonna try this out. I'm trying to avoid getting anything over on this side because obviously you whistle through this end, and obviously I can't cover the holes. Well, what I'll probably do is either take clear nail polish and apply it over the top, or some sort of spray coat or clear coat or something and spray it. But what I'll probably do, if I'm gonna do that, is kind of mask other parts of the whistle. So yeah. So I would probably go like that, right over here, right on the opposite side, which is actually the side that you can't see, and just let that go. I'll do that a little bit later. Alright, now I'm gonna add some cordage onto this. Hopefully everyone's doing alright. So I'm thinking one of two things I'm gonna use for this is your bank line or inner strands of paracord. Now, I got 2 cents right here. I think this is number 8 or 9 bank line, and I more recently got number 36 here. So I got number 36 right here, which I just received. So let's see what could work here, because the opening is very small on that. Let me just twist. Actually, I'm just gonna cut off a very small section right here. So let's see. Well, clearly the number 36 bank line does fit in this, or could. Now what I'll probably do here is I'm gonna add a stopper knot right here on one side. Alright. Make sure I can't pull that through the hole in this whistle right now. Yeah, alright. So that's not coming up. Actually, I might have. Just looking at that, that's too close. So what I'm gonna do here is add another knot in there, just so the knot's gonna be bigger than the hole in the whistle. That way it doesn't come through here. So, hopefully, quick tug, making sure I can't pull that through. Yeah, okay, it should be good. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. See how I just made 2 knots? It actually pulled through just the last knot that I did. So what I'm gonna do here is, this cordage is, I don't know, I guess. Actually, I'm just gonna do it another way. Let me just. I haven't cut it. See, I have it in front of me right here. I haven't cut it yet. So what I'm gonna do is actually put the Canadian jam knot, the arbor knot in there, aka slip knot right here. As you can see there, so I'm gonna tighten that up. I'll clean this up a little bit actually. I'm just gonna do this real quick, just clean up the knot a bit here. So let's see, how much do I want? Now, if I was putting this whistle around, like say, my neck, obviously you want enough room for that. And probably have some sort of quick release type of thing that will break away, a breakaway type of lanyard. Now, I don't think I'm gonna do it for this one, because I can always just add onto a necklace, something like this. So like on, let's see, like for example, if you had a neck knife or something like that that already had a pull away, I could just add the whistle onto it instead of having, well, it's separate. So I'm just gonna cut, maybe, let's see here. So I think about this a little bit more here. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I know I said I was gonna do this, but after thinking about it, I'm gonna actually try this out real quick. But I'm just gonna remove these. Don't worry, these will be used again. But sometimes in creation mode for me, I have an idea, I start trying it out, then I realize, you know, maybe that's not the way I want to do things. So sometimes in creation mode, sometimes you gotta take 2 steps back just to make another step forward. So, but those things might come back into this. I'm not actually. I've never wrapped a whistle before. So let's see here. Okay, I think I got an idea what I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna undo. do this, actually, yeah, now I do the stopper knot, the arbor knot that I have in here. Now, like I said, this is I'm pretty sure this is number 36 band coin here. I just received this, so I decided, why not use some of it up here. Seriously. Well, looks like I know how to cut that out. I'm actually gonna try this out. I have no idea how it's gonna turn out because I've never done this with a whistle before. I've done it with everything. I mean, I do have an everything sitting beside me that I'm gonna use the same thing for, but oops. I'm gonna take about, let's see, just off camera with it, but I'm gonna take about, let's say, 5 feet. I'm gonna take 5 feet of this number 36 band coin. Just grab a tape measure here, just so I can measure it. Just kind of, I can get my foot on the ground. I'm kind of estimating how much I'm gonna put onto this. Alright, about there. So let's snip this off here. Using my full tank scissors. Yeah. I always try to make sure my scissors are sharp. Just like a cutting tool or a knife, having sharp scissors is just as important. Who wants to take the time trying to, like, heavily trying to cut something, when if it's sharp, it'll easily go through it. Alright. So, I'm gonna assume here that I didn't have a lanyard on this. There's no hole, for whatever reason. Even though there is, I'm gonna try something here. So taking the end of this band coin, number 36 band coin here, move the whistle out of the way. I'm gonna put that arbor knot, Canadian jam knot back into this here. So as you can see, so I got that in. I'm actually gonna do the same kind of wrap that you might see on like a cutting tool, like a sheath or something, for example. That way I can actually have cordage around this. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think they call this a whip or something like that, something similar to that. I'm just gonna wrap this around here. As you can see right there. Now hopefully I have enough room in here. Yeah, sometimes when I'm creating, sometimes, you know, things don't turn out like they're supposed to. You know, sometimes you're just like, wow, that didn't work according to plan. Or it didn't turn out the way that you wanted to. But sometimes, in creation mode for me, sometimes the best things are just randomly happen. You mean to make something or do something else, and then it turns out better, or you get an epiphany, a sudden realization, and you're just like, huh. You just decide to apply or try something different, and sometimes the results are very surprising just because, you know, something like turns out better than you think, or it's even better than the original plan that you wanted to do. Let me welcome into the room Hike with Mike here. Hello. Hi. Wait. So welcome, Hike with Mike. Thank you for taking the time to drop in. I appreciate it very much. So, well, I guess we'll see if I cut this enough. So I've never had bank line on a whistle before, and this is about 5 feet, and this is number 36. It's rated for, I think, 113 pounds, about 52 kilograms. So let's see here. Now, I've never tried this with us, and I should have tried this out beforehand. Because usually this would slide. Oh, yeah, it is sliding. Okay, good. I've never used that bank line for a whip like this. But I guess we're gonna try this out. Well, I guess we'll see if I can get all 5 feet on this. Oh, let's see. Right there, I missed it. I gotta overlap this quite nicely. Now, I've started to use this kind of wrap or whip around stuff, especially if it's round and stuff like that. You usually would see it on like a knife sheath or something like that. Usually it's used to put like cordage, like paracord, around so you can have it. But it pretty much can work for anything, virtually any type of cordage. Just kind of go around it. Now let's see. So you have an extra feet, so I guess I can only get 4 feet onto it, which is all right by me. What I'm gonna do here, I'll have to redo this because I'm gonna actually extend the arbor knot side a little bit more onto it, just so I can have more cordage, and I'll kind of make the loop part a little bit longer. So while I'm doing that real quick here, I guess I'm not gonna show that on camera real quick. Just gonna undo this real quick here and kind of do it again. I know, I'm doing it over, but sometimes this kind of things you gotta adjust as you do it. So put that arbor knot quickly back onto this. Yeah, there we go. I'm actually gonna make it longer. That way you can actually have all the cordage onto it. So I'm just gonna do this real quick. Just kind of do this off camera real quick and just kind of spin it around. So I'm doing the same thing, but closer in front of me. Just kind of go around it. Now, I'm going to show the same thing here in a moment with this. Oops. With this right here. What you see on the screen right now is actually, I think it's like a cheese knife or something like that. Something I had laying around. I was just like, I'm not really using this. So let's put it back into a useful state. So what I did was, as you can see here, I made a very cheesy sheet for it. Made from a DVD case with some electrical tape. Now this is actually full tang. Now if I stuck a magnet on this end, it would actually lift it up, which I'll probably do anyways, but I'm actually gonna make a wrap for this. Not using bank line, which I could use bank line, I guess, if I wanted to, but I'm gonna try something else. Now this I've been experimenting with the wrap that I put onto this, or will put onto this, as you will see in a bit. Now it's based on this, but it uses, well, let's just say a much different material to wrap it with. Alright, now that I'm almost done wrapping this whistle here, actually because it's easier to do it in front of me, just because I can just whip it around faster. Oh, I think I just made a pun. I just gotta find which way is it. I can pull this. I'm hoping I did this right. Like I said, I've never used bank line for this, so I'm hoping it'll work. I'm hoping that I can pull this part still. Ah, come on. The bank line, see, this is tarred bank line, so it's been tarred, or tar has been added to it to kind of resist water and kind of resist breaking down as easily. It's very sticky, so might be a little bit more difficult to do this with tar bank line here, tar nylon line, but I'm gonna try that out. Alright, now that I'm coming around here, this might be a little long. I wanted to do on the other end of this, put a stopper knot in there, just quick knot closer to the end. Just kind of do this real quick here. I didn't realize how much time I've been on already. And this loop right here, I'm gonna stick knot that I just made under through it and pull from the other side. And hopefully I'll be able to get all 5 feet onto this. Alright, so put my stopper knot through that loop I have. Alright. Hold that. Pull that right end of the whistle. Sorry, I'm off camera. I gotta bring it closer to me. Well, this is definitely strong line. Which is nice. So you could see there. Now you're probably like, well, what's so special about this, CR? Well, there's 2 things I could do. Because if I did this correctly here, you'll see that I can see the stopper knot in there. Sorry. You can see the stopper knot I have right about there. Now one thing I could do, because I have the Arbor Canadian jam knot, slip knot on this side, pull this a little bit tighter so it's a little smaller loop, and put that loop over that knot right there, so it comes underneath it. Tighten that up. Now, I didn't quite make this long enough. I didn't quite make it long enough, but I could put that around my neck. And still have the cordage, or even though this is bank line here, I can undo this Arbor Canadian jam knot right here, and just twist it on. Turn it right here so I can. So now I can still, like I said, I could still add a lanyard onto this if I wanted, but this could be a way to have some cordage with the whistle. 5 feet of number 36 bank line right there. So this right here, I'm just gonna put this to the side. This knife right here, I've actually had this for a little bit, and you can see it's been melted right here. Now, I have shown how to braid plastic bags before, and this is actually kind of based on it. Right here is a continuous line of bicycle inner tube, using the same method of creating the continuous line of hard plastic bags. Is the same way that I made this continuous line or amount of bicycle inner tube. It's the same idea. So what I'm gonna do is wrap it. And try to overlap it here real quick. Basically, and I have, instead of having something like paracord or bank line, which you could do, I'm gonna have bicycle inner tube as my handle, or as grip for my handle. Now, since this could be a multifunctional type of thing right here, emergency cordage to a certain degree, emergency fire starter. The bicycle inner tube does burn even if it gets damp or wet, and it burns hot. Well, I should say it burns with dark smoke. So basically I'm just overlapping it as much as I can. And as I come closer to the end here, you'll see I'm coming closer to the end here. Just gonna pull my end here so it comes in at the bottom, if that makes any sense. Actually, I'm gonna do it from the top. So this will go underneath the last loop that I made. Just tighten that up. And what I'm gonna do here is just cut a 2 Ranger bands, bicycle inner tube. Oh, here they are. So like this, and kind of just lock it in there, as I guess. So just like any other rubber band or something like that. Double it over, so that way it's more likely to stay on there. As you can see here. So it's more likely just to stay on there. So, and I've been trying this out every so often. It's nice when your hands are wet, just because there's a lot of grip, obviously. Rubber is very grippy. Now, you can see the sheath that I have here. So now, just so I don't miss, because this blade isn't that thick, what I'm gonna do here, so I know when I'm just pulling it out, because it's easy to kind of not think about this because it's a thinner folding knife, to draw it out this way and think right here, this side's the sharp side. And you might be able to notice it or whatever, but what I'm gonna do here is just put something right here. Actually, I'll go get it right now. Of course. Of course, the only one I can't get the lid off. So I guess I'll have to try that other color. Let's see this one. Oh yeah. I'm gonna take some nail polish and just ever so slightly move that out of the way here. Take some of this. I'm just gonna dip this side right here. Or no, I could use a different color or whatever. It's just so and let that stay for a bit here until it dries. That way when I'm looking at it, I know which side is the. If I see the color, I'm good. If I don't see the color, that's the sharp end. Just in case I'm not paying attention or whatever, or someone else is using it, I could just be like, don't touch the non-color side. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a moment here. I'll put it to the side. Just let that sit so it dries off. And it just right on the back part of the knife. And hopefully it'll kind of last for a little bit. As I put this nail polish away. So while I'm waiting for that to dry here, actually it probably won't take that long. I'm blowing on it too. Yeah, while I wait for that to dry right here, I'm going to show you guys this rock right here, which has nail polish on it. Green. This side is smooth. The grain's not the tightest. And I have no idea what kind of rock this is or mineral it is. But what I do know is that the mineral is, I'm pretty sure, because I've been using it as a sharpening stone. Just rock that I found, and I kind of smoothed out this side of it. So if I was something like this, for example. If you see some, you'll see there's some red on here. Just recently my friend hooked me up, well, allowed me to use some that jeweler's rouge or something like that, whatever that's called. So that's why it's red. So I actually have some on this right now. So it kind of looks like that kind of stuff right there. It's meant for polishing and kind of stuff like that. You would usually use this with like a leather belt, put it on a leather belt, and go from there for stropping purposes. I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'm not really pushing hard into it. Just kind of waiting until my spot right here dries. Yeah. Oops. I shouldn't have touched it so fast. Oh well. I'll let that dry. Put it to the side. I gotta let it dry. It hasn't dried yet. I'll see if that'll help. And hopefully that'll stay on. That way, when I'm handling it, I'll be like, I know which side is which. Even if I can't per se see the knife too easily. Now I probably might put something on one side, so when I'm putting it back into the sheath, I know, hey, line up, put two colors together, kind of deal. That way, when I'm opening it, I'll be like, I would just know which side's the sharp side and which side's the spine of the knife, without actually physically seeing it or touching it, if that makes any sense. Because also, you don't want to handle your cutting tool on the sharp side. And that's probably not a good idea. So while I wait for that, I'll let that stay for a second. Come back to this whistle here for real quick. Yo, let me welcome into the room here, because he's just in time. Here is just in time prepping with Will. Hi Will, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing okay, and thank you for taking the time to drop in. Let's put my YouTube. Actually, I'll just leave that there for now. No, actually, no. Put it to the side. So anyways, coming back to this whistle here while I wait for that other stuff to dry here. So I got some cordage on the whistle. About 5 feet up bank line. Number 36 bank line. Now, I don't per se need to put a lanyard on this, but let's say, let's use this keyring. I'm just gonna put the keyring back on. This is actually the keyring that I came with. I'm just gonna put it back on, just so I can have it on there. So I'll just put that back on. Let's see, does it? Oh yeah, nice. So let's say if I was hanging this off of keys or something like that. Let's use this safety pin, for example. So my keys would be around there, stuff like that. Now, I would have to try this a little bit, but hopefully the bank line won't get caught in my keys or whatever, if I did put this on my keys. And that way, I could still use the whistle, yet I have some cordage around there that I could use if need be. Now, take this off. Let's right here. Put that back. So I can hang this. I'll probably be putting this with a pouch or a backpack. One of the two. Now, most of my bags have whistles or improvised whistles. So I'll have to see. It'll depend. It'll depend. I'll probably have to try out the whistles and kind of compare them and see kind of which one sounds louder. Yeah. I pull out my keys here real quick. See, I have another whistle right here. It's shorter, slightly different. As far as I know, when I've been trying it out, this one right here, the gold one sounds higher pitch. It seems like it would carry a lot longer, so I'm gonna leave that one on my keys for now. But I'll probably put this in with a bag or something, or some air kit. So I'll put that to the side here. Now, let's see. Oh, it's almost dry. It's almost dry. I'll have to wait a little bit longer, and I'll have to see if it'll actually go in there. But now I can tell just by looking at it when I pull it out. Be like, if I see color, that's the side I need to handle. If I don't see color, that's the blade side. That way, if I'm not paying attention or whatever, I can kind of maybe feel this part right here, or be able to take a look and be like, so if I'm batoning or whatever, I'll know which side's which. And when I'm putting it away, I'll be like, okay, this is not the sharp side, so I can handle this side with my fingers, for example, a little bit more. If I ever do make some stickers, well, still working on it, but I mean, Hopefully one of these days I'll have stickers. One of these days. Okay, Val, thank you for taking the time to drop in. I appreciate it very much. So now I have shown these before, right here. Well, minus the cordage on there, but kind of these wooden spools, which are really easy to make. Nothing. You just need a drill, pretty much, and a drill bit and some branch and some sticks and stuff like that, and some sandpaper helps too. But I found another way of making a spool, a little bit different. Now, here's what I just showed, but with bank line on it, right? So you can see the bank line. This is super lightweight. But yeah, because it's round, I can, well, unwind it, just like a spool on like a metal bobbin or something like that. So taking this, instead of making it out of wood, I'll make it with something else. Oh, real. Not quite. Now, the one I'm gonna show here is one I've already done. Because it's not that too complicated to do. Now, you might not want to use this in certain times or in certain bags or whatever, but there is some benefits to it. So, let me just alt tab here so I can actually see what I'm doing here. And before I get into that, let me welcome into the room with a special hi to Kaylin. Hi, Kaylin. So let me welcome Kaylin into the room. Thank you for taking the time to drop in, Kaylin. I appreciate it very much so. So anyways, coming back to what I say. So, let me alt. So I've shown this, just quick recap. Wooden spool. Here's a wooden spool that has number 8 bank line on it. As you can see right there. Yeah, that's actually a pine sap right there. So when I was fitting it on, it was snug, and I put in some pine sap in between, kind of lock it in there. So pretty much I made this from natural materials and a few power tools. And there's a bicycle inner tube or ranger band right there just to keep it all together. Here's a different version of it right here. It's the same number 8 bank line, but let's see if while I'm getting something else here, let's see if anyone knows what this is. Not the cordage, but what's used to hold the cordage together. Let's see if anyone knows. We'll give you guys a second. Now, while you're thinking about that and putting down your response to that, which I'll answer in a few seconds, let me welcome into the room the Simple Joys. So, let me welcome the Simple Joys here with a hi and a big welcome on the screen. So while I'm waiting here, hey, thanks, Will. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. So basically, right here. Wow, I guess I'm done getting interrupted here. Let me welcome into the room with a big hi to Jeep Things Outdoors. Johnny here. Welcome. Welcome. Johnny's in the house. Yeah, no, yes, it is mankind. I wasn't saying this wasn't mankind, but what I'm saying is what's the other part of it? Well, I'm not gonna delay it much longer, but it's actually, that's bone. Let me show the other side. That's actually a piece of bone right there. Now, if anyone's not familiar, bird bones are actually hollow. And then, of course, that makes sense because birds have to fly. So to reduce weight, they have hollow bones. That's why they can, well, fly because they gotta lift that weight off the ground. So the lighter they are, the more likely they can fly. Unlike our birds, like an ostrich that can't fly because the wings are too small and something like that. But basically, I made a spool from a bone, chicken bone. Actually, I think this is chicken bone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a chicken bone. Now, probably I wouldn't use this if I'm in bear country, but besides that, I would use this. I just have it sitting on the side. So if I'm not using something like this, or I want a little bit less, I can use something like this. Now, because it's hollow, I'm going to reduce the weight, clearly. And of course, I can stick some cordage through it or whatever. I'm just going to use the feather here. Pretending that's cordage. Put that around some cordage or whatever and have some bank line nearby. Or for some reason I want to put a feather to it. You're probably like, oh, but how do you get the marrow out, right? Obviously, when you cut these from like, let's say drumstick or wing or whatever. Maybe it's turkey, maybe it's chicken, I don't know, goose, I don't know. What I do usually is I'll take a piece of, let's say, toilet paper or whatever, and kind of plunge it through to clean the inside a little bit more. Just so it's hollow and kind of free of that marrow in the bone. See there. So I can just like a bobbin or whatever, I can kind of roll this out. And similar to a spool, I can just roll it back up. Like so. Now, if you want to, you can actually add a slit right here. So, let's see. Similar to this one right here. So you can put your end of the line right there. Or you can use the Arbor Canadian Jam knot like I have on this one. So when I'm twisting it, I just gotta twist it on. That slip knot will become smaller and smaller. And basically now I can just twist it on. And basically all the weight is coming from cordage and not from what I'm using to keep it neat, I guess. Now, you could do something like that with fishing line. Now, of course, monofilament line don't have a memory effect, but it is possible. Now, I do not advise doing this if you're gonna head into, let's say bears or something like that, because obviously there might be slight bone smell to it, but if I'm just going out camping or whatever, this I don't mind. This is actually really lightweight. This probably weighs next to nothing. Like I said, all the weight from the cordage and not from the container or system I'm using to hold it. And of course I can run line through it so I can actually dangle it off a bag or something like that. Something like this I could fit into like a fishing kit. Let's say if you wanted to use like PVC or something like that. So let's see here. Here's some PVC right here. So let's assuming that this was a fishing kit, and of course it's not. It's hollow and it's got nothing in it. But I could just slip that in there, for example. So a good way to kind of use resources a little bit better. You kind of use up these resources from eating and stuff like that. I do actually let me go get this here. Let's see. Okay, I thought I had it laying around. It must be somewhere else or I've misplaced it. I actually have a longer piece of bone from Canadian Thanksgiving of a turkey bone. So I wish I could find it. I've either misplaced it or I lost it. But it doesn't matter because obviously I can regain that resource every holiday time. Now this is not, the bone's probably not to be as, let's say, solid, for lack of a better word, if it was raw, because it's been cooked already. So it's not as strong. It's strong, but not as strong if it was in a raw state that's been just dried out, because it's been cooked. So, but I got just a bunch of these. I could put line around something like, and if they're wide enough, I could actually probably put tape around this. So if I wanted to put like Gorilla Tape or something around, something like this, I could. They're really lightweight. I think a few of the kits or bags, I've actually replaced the spool that I used to have in it with one of these, just because it's so lightweight that I was actually preserving the functionality of being able to have a spool, but I'm cutting out like 0.2 of an ounce. Even though it doesn't seem like much, every time you reduce the weight on a backpack, some sort of survival kit bag or pouch, that's less weight you have to carry forward. And the less weight you have to carry forward, the less energy you're using up. And you know that saying, what's that saying? Ounces equal pounds and pounds equal pain. So. Alright, Kaylin. Okay. Yeah, okay. The bone in bleach that might cut some of the animal smell from it. Okay, that one. Oh, that's awesome, Simple Joyce. Yes, it could double as a straw, especially if it's long enough too. Now, obviously, the ones that I just showed are kind of small, but well, okay, because it's bone. Bone is very vulnerable to acid. This mineral, the phosphoric, the acid in your pop would dissolve it over time. It's similar to if you ever pickled an egg or something, or added vinegar to an egg. It softens the shell. So I'm pretty sure it would do the same thing. But could be used for water, maybe, especially if it's long enough. So let me just see. Galen. Yes, yes. Yes, maybe it was Mila. Maybe it was Mila. Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly, clearly. Bone is also porous, so it'll tend to let things in. Now, let me just double check her. I just had an idea here. Let's see here. I have a flashlight in my hands here. Now, I'm just gonna turn off the lights real quick here. A little more. Just turn off this overhead lamp right here. Let me bring this closer here. Without actually showing the light portion of it, I think it is possible to actually make a diffuser. A light, sorry about that. Oh, come on, come on. It's possible probably to make a diffuser. Now, this is not the most ideal diffuser, but it could be possible. You could see that bright spot right there. Let me just kind of get an idea there. Oh, wait. So if I tape that on, I can spin it like a signal halo. So I guess it is possible to use a bone as a diffuser. Not ideal. And of course, you need the bone in the first place, but and it's got to be thin too. If it's from a larger animal or a thicker bone, it's probably not gonna work as well. But thinner bones from like a bird or something might work, just because they're thinner. Like I said, bone birds are hollow. So let me welcome into the room here, Frozen with 33009. Let me welcome you into the room. Of course. Special hi. Yes. You know, ever since I made this, I keep using this all the time. You can see this little mark. I'll just leave that on the screen for a sec. Alright, I'll probably go for another about 10 more minutes, guys. There may be another video out after this, I'm not sure. But I do know I need to take a short break. Kind of top up my coffee and warm it back up. I'll warm me up on it. Now, before I do my kind of last minute things here and stuff like that. Now these are glass bottle tops, so you would probably twist them off. Now I'm actually, because I was talking to one of my fishing friends about it, I'm actually gonna try to make some sort of a lure from these. Now you'll probably see these later in the future, but I was thinking, I'm like, it's supposed to be a lure, so hopefully bright colors or something like that might gain more attention of the fish you're trying to hook. So instead of having the label on there, I sanded that off so it's a little bit more shiny. So when I'm folding it and kind of making that taco shape and putting the holes through it so I can put rings, a little ring through it, hopefully the shininess might be more attractive to the fish. Or if I want to later on, I can put some sort of symbol decoration of some sort with whatever onto it and go from there. but that'll be for a little later video. You'll probably see them in the future. I don't know if any of you've ever done anything like that, but well, this will be the first time I've ever tried it. I've seen it before. I've seen our videos on it. Well, let's just say it took me a while to gather these up. So, depending on how these go, I might actually make more of them and kind of add them in. And there is one other thing that it's possible to use these for, but it's not as great as something else, let's just say. Because I've actually tried to make a striker out of this. It's possible to get C sparks, but it's not as good as, let's say, a hacksaw blade, for example. So I kind of went away from trying that out, just because it's not, for the work I put into it, it wasn't worth it. Especially since for a striker I could use a piece of glass or something like that, or a hacksaw blade. But I'm gonna try to make some fishing lures out of these, like a flasher or a yeah, a flasher or something like that. Let me just see. Oh, you're funny. You're funny there, Johnny. Lick. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, of course. Hopefully everyone's gonna enjoy the weekend. It's the weekend! Woohoo! Alright, take care, man. Take care. I'll catch you on the flip side, Johnny. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it very much so. So I'll probably go for another 5 minutes here. So in the last little bit here, I'm gonna do a little chit chat in the last minute or two, do some intros, and let me welcome back into the room the one, the only, Corey Survival. Yeah, I think I had a really bad inspiration right there. But anyways, let me welcome Corey Survival back into the room here. Welcome back. Oh, really, Caitlin? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know, sometimes I'll shoot video, but it never makes it on the channel. But, you know, sometimes, because, let's just say, if you don't have any video, you don't have any video to put up. But at least if you have video, you still have the choice of putting it up or not. And of course, depending on what you do or whatever, you might be able to use some of the content later on for a different video. So sometimes I have other videos that I could put up or could make into videos. I've just decided not to yet. And kind of if you keep them around or whatever on a memory card or hard drive, you can always kind of do a video mashup of some sort, depending what you're showing. You know, maybe use a quick clip as an intro or something like that. Whatever it is. Alright, so in the last couple minutes here, let me just say a special thank you to all these people that came by and dropped in. Now, let's see. LS, Valerie Williams, Corey Survival, Kira, Corey's Lady, and Puppy Breath. Take a breath. Nathaniel's Adventure, Drummer Family, Tiger King, aka, Tigerkin4 aka TK4, like with my Will with just in time prepping. Kaylin, The Simple Joys, Jeep Things Outdoors, and Puppy Breath Frozen 3009. And all these people came by this live stream while it was live. Now, I appreciate everyone out there, whether or not you're watching this live or on a replay or watching this later. I appreciate everyone that takes the time to drop by the channel. I appreciate it very much. And just for kicks, I'm gonna show one more thing. Just because you guys are still here, whoever's still here, you know, you're still taking the time to pay attention and watch. So I'm gonna show one additional thing. You guys are gonna get a sneak peek on something really, really cool. Yes, you guys are gonna get a sneak peek here. Yep. You're getting a sneak peek right here. You can only see the outside. I still have to finish it up and kind of improve on it from the previous version, but this is new up-to-date version of a folding stove fire kit. Yes. I'm still working on one minor detail for this, but that's why I haven't shown it yet, but you guys are gonna get a sneak peek. Woo, sneak peek. So you'll have to stay tuned for this. It might be slightly different from this, but so you guys get to a sneak peek on this. Now, I'm thinking it is about quarter to the top of an hour right now. I will probably take about a 10-minute break here. I will come back. Yeah, you know what? I will come back since it's still TGIF. I'm gonna come back in about 10 minutes after and take a short break. Yeah, you know, catch my breath, get some fresh coffee in me and stuff like that. I'm most likely, like 90% sure, I'm gonna come back and do another live stream. It'll be another late night chit chat with CR. So if you got some time, drop by. The topic will probably, well, be whatever. Just general chit chat. Anyone wants to talk about random preparedness stuff, survivalism, random bushcrafting type of stuff, creating or creativity type of stuff, or some tech talk or whatever, you know. And, you know, basically see how you guys are doing. So, that'll probably... No, actually, let me correct myself. I will be doing it. There will be a video for that. Alright, Corey, alright. We'll talk about it in about 10 minutes here. Probably at the top of the hour. So, you know what it's time for, right? It's time for an outro. So, like always, smash that thumbs up if you haven't already. And as the world changes so much oneself to reach a new level of skill and knowledge, one must practice. A single person can't help everyone in this world, but one person can help someone in this world. And until the next creation mode time with me, it's peace out from, you know who, the guy with 2 letters and that likes to create a lot, CR. And thank you for dropping in, and take care. And I'll catch you later.